Today we are going to be doing an early spring kitchen refresh. So I'm just showing you how the kitchen is looking. It's late in the day. It's right before I'm going to be cooking dinner. I decided to just quickly come in, clear the space out, wipe down the counters, and give it a quick refresh for early spring. Right now, I just want to clear out the space so that I can just think like a little more about the mood that I want to set for spring. And we're also going to take the opportunity to infuse the space with a little green color. I've really been wanting to introduce it into my space, so I hope that you guys enjoy. Before I refresh a space, I always like to completely clear it out so that I can start with a clean slate and I can, change around the decor that I already have there, try it in different locations, and then add in new decor. How do you guys approach it? Do you just clear everything out, or do you work with the pieces in place and then just add in different decor? Let me know in the comment section. So the first thing that I wanted to change was the vessel that I'm holding my utensils in. And these are all of my wooden utensils. So I picked up this lovely distressed vessel at HomeSense last month. And I've been holding on to it for the perfect time to be able to decorate with it in the kitchen. And I'm thankful that today is the day. So we're transferring all of the wooden utensils that we keep here in this section by the stove. And we are going to reuse that picture in a different way. But for now, we're just going to put it inside of the dining room. So I have had this ceramic planters. My youngest sister gave it to me, I want to say 15 years ago. And I've had it in my home, but it hasn't been showcased. So I just wanted to make sure that I put it here on the windowsill. And I'm going to be planting up some basil. I'm going to be transferring my mint over, and then I'm going to get something else for spring. But for now, we're just going to set it here empty. And we're also going to add back the soap dispenser and scrubber and that sort of thing. I like to switch out what I have in this area. So right now I'm just adding back in the ceramic bowl that I usually like to put in, you know, either the spring or fall time, because it just grounds the space and I like the pop of color that it gives. So I'm just adding 2 cookbooks into this little area here. One of them is the Barefoot Contessa, and then the other one is Aisha Curry. I love those 2 cookbooks, so I just wanted to place them here. Also, I wanted to infuse a little more of the green tones, so that works perfectly there. And then I'm just adding in a little teapot that I've had forever. It was down inside of the basement. At one point, I was not using black as much in my decor, so I had stored that away. And I'm so glad that I did not get rid of the tea kettle or the little cups, because now I'm adding a lot more black into the decor. So I'm so happy that I was able to just pull that out. And now we're over on the other side of the counters. We're just going to add back in the greenery, and then we're just going to have little moments. So I love the color of the wood of the cutting board and the bowl. I really wanted to put it on the other side, but I just love it here in the middle of the counter. So I am going to move back the cutting board that we had on this side. And hopefully once I get out and start shopping for spring, I'll be able to add in an additional cutting board that I can lay flat in the place of the marble board that I usually keep on the counter. So we are trying to put back the little tea coffee station that we normally have on the counter, and I am going to swap that and the plant. And I think that having the plant in the corner really looks pretty in that section, and I think it's a little more user-friendly having the drink station on the left-hand side. So most of the items that I have in the kitchen are linked in my Amazon store. This is my favorite rug. Well, it's one of my favorite rugs. I have really been loving Laloy rugs, And this one is a olive and charcoal, and I just love the hint of green that it gives to the space. So I was trying to get away from so much of like the blue gray, so I was trying to infuse a little more earthier color, and I absolutely love the way that this rug looks. So I love how we were able to just clear out the space, and this is giving me a lot of ideas for where I can add in different florals for spring and different pops of color. So for now, I'm going to enjoy this simplified space, and then we will start decorating pretty soon for the spring season. So we're up early the next morning, and I wanted to swap out this artwork. I created just a quick artwork. I used some leftover dried florals that I previously, would work into my decor. And this is just a leftover frame. And we just added it here on this little wall in the kitchen. And I think it gives a nice pop of color. Now, since I was up making this little update, I really decided that I wanted to refresh the coffee tea station, and then also the beverage drawer that we have right below it. And I wanted to share a quick, easy recipe that I do when I make my simple syrup as well. So we're just doing a brown sugar simple syrup. So we're doing 1 cup of brown sugar and 1 cup of water, and then we're going to be putting in a splash of vanilla extract, and then we're just going to let it boil down. We're going to let it reduce in size. So while this is boiling, we're just going to go over and clean off the countertop. And pull out all of the items that we're going to be using today for the coffee bar. Since we have the brown sugar out, I just wanted to mention a tip in case you're not already doing this. For your brown sugar, you want to make sure that you put a marshmallow inside of the container so that you're able to retain the moisture within the brown sugar so that it won't dry out. So if you're not already doing this, make sure you drop a marshmallow inside of your container. So we're just going to clean off the countertop here. I'm using some Trader Joe's cedar wood cleaner. This is amazing. I actually went through this bottle very quickly, and I picked up a full bottle yesterday at Trader Joe's. So we're just going to clean down the countertop, and then we're going to put in this large wooden tray that I've had for years, and that's going to be the foundation for the coffee bar in this section. So this is going to be a coffee bar and a tea station. So I just grabbed 2 coffee cups. We had this over on the other countertop. I also have this little sugar bowl, but I decided not to use it. And then I have this tea kettle that we were storing down in the basement, and I brought it out when we did our refresh here in the kitchen. And then I always use my pour over coffee dispenser. I have that frother there. I love incorporating this coffee sign whenever possible. And I picked up these beautiful plates at HomeGoods. They were $4.99 each. I absolutely love them. They're fine china and they're so pretty. And then I pulled out those little bunnies. I have 2 of them. I've had for a couple of years. And then these are 2 syrup dispensers. I'm going to have that linked in my Amazon store. And then I picked up some new tea. I got some peppermint tea, chamomile tea. I picked up some blueberry muffins, some chocolate chip cookies, and then a leftover coffee syrup that we had purchased before. So we're just going to start loading the items onto the tray. But before that, I just wanted to wipe down the plates. I clean them and I just want to dry them off so I can stack them up. I am in love with the print on these plates. I've never had any type of china like this before, but when I was in the store, this robin's egg blue color just like spoke to me, so I had to pick them up. So I have them here in this section, but I definitely think I'm going to be using them in like a tablescape in the dining room for spring. So let me know. I know that a lot of people love these types of patterns on their plates. Let me know if this is your style. It used to not be my style, but different types of floral, interesting like bird theme has really been catching my eye lately. If you missed last week, I showcased a pink like blush color accent pillow in my bedroom when I did my makeover. I'm going to have that video linked in the description in case you missed it. It was an amazing video. We totally brightened up my bedroom. We changed the curtains, all the textiles. We did a beautiful cozy seating area, and it was just amazing, and I've really been enjoying it. So now we're just going to be working in these flowers. I went and got this little bud vase from upstairs. It's a 3-piece set. That should be linked in my Amazon store as well. It's 3 little bud vases, and this one is the larger one, and then there's 2 smaller ones. So we're just going to set that there on the tray, and then we're going to add in the balance of the items. So I always like to have really fresh, simple syrup, and I leave it here on the coffee bar. So I only made a half a jar, roughly about 1 cup, because I didn't want to make too much because it is just me that uses it. So I wanted to make sure that I made in just the right amount. especially because I do have a secondary store-bought salted caramel syrup that I also use. So we're just going to fill up the 2 containers and set them there on the coffee bar. And then we are going to add in the final touches, and then I'm going to show you guys the reveal, and then we're going to go into refreshing the tea drawer. So I just added in some stripe napkins, and then a little spoon rest and a little spoon for us when we make our tea or coffee. I just absolutely love it. I think it is so precious and fitting for the spring season. So as you see, I had some additional items inside of my tea drawer that I just wanted to move out. So these are bamboo interchangeable trays. So I got a large box of them about 2 years ago from Costco. And then the 2 trays that are in the front are actually from IKEA. So I mix and match within this drawer, and you'll see me moving things around to try to get the best layout. And then once I am able to determine how I want the layout to be, we're just going to stack in all of the teas and rearrange them, and then add in the chamomile and the mint tea that I picked up today from Trader Joe's. And then we're just going to look at how it all turns out. I did also put in a couple of biscotti, and I really like to just have everything at my fingertips. So I have all of the coffee and tea up on the counter, and then in this drawer I have all of the teas that I can enjoy. I have loose teas as well with the little I always forget what they're called. It's basically like the little basket that you can put your loose teas in. I have one that's single that I can put in a cup, and then also one that I can put like in the actual tea kettle. So this is how the tea drawer turned out. I absolutely love it. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure that you give it a thumbs up and also share with someone that might like watching as well. I absolutely am in love with these plates. As I'm sitting here recording this voiceover, I am smiling. And I did mention that I was going to be styling them up in the dining room. Well, I definitely did, and I'm going to share a sneak peek of the next video coming up shortly. But I just wanted to thank you so much for joining me again today, and I just wanted to wish you an amazing day, and I'll see you back here next time. Until then, stay blessed.